Now I am talking about population explosion. All-round development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people in the last century. The increased medical facilities along with better modern living conditions had promoted a phenomenal growth of population, now more appropriately termed as population explosion. With 17.5% of the world's population, India is today the second largest populous country in the world. As on March 1, 2011, when the last census was conducted, the country's population stood at 1.21 billion. There has been a rapid increase in Indian population in the last 60 years. Population of India at the time of independence was only 350 million. So Indian population has increased more than 3 times. I am repeating, in the population explosion and birth control. In the recent past, an all-around development in various fields significantly improved the quality of life of the people. However, increased health facilities along with better living conditions had an explosive impact on the growth of population. Since the carrying capacity of the earth is limited, it is important to control the present rate of population growth. The pace of balanced increase in population depends upon the gap between the birth rate and the death rate. The size of human population is a cause of concern for everyone because beyond a certain limit, the population experiences acute food shortage and the people face death from starvation, malnutrition or other related calamities. Therefore, it is essential to look for measures which can be used to control the present rate of population growth. As for instance, the world population, which was around 2 billion in 1900, rocketed to about 6 billion by 2000 and 7.2 billion in 2011. The second largest populous country, India, is the home of 16% of world's population. According to 2011 census, India's population was 1210.7 millions and is expected to touch 1369 millions by 2020. At the present rate of growth of less than 2%, by 2050 it will increase by 47%. According to demographers, the high growth rate is the result of declining death rate, increasing life expectancy and birth rate, which have been achieved mainly through the elimination of natural checks such as famines and epidemics on the one hand, and by the application of scientific knowledge to improve the health and living condition of our people on the other. So what is demography? Demography is the study of human population, their size, composition and distribution across place, and the process through which population change. Birth, death and migration are the big three of demography, jointly producing population stability or chance. Demography is also very useful for understanding social and economic problems and identifying potential solutions. The fast rate of our population growth thus have been a major problem for the national economy, and this has been bottleneck in the advancement of our country. Keeping in view, use of mass media is being employed to spread the message of need of birth control to build a healthy attitude towards conception. You might have seen advertisement in the media, poster, etc., showing a happy couple with two children with the slogan "Hum do, hamare do." We too are two. Many couples, mostly the young ones, have been adopted as one child norm. Stationary raising of marriageable age of female is 18 years and that of male to 21 years, and incentives given to couple with small families are two important measures taken to be tackle problem. Besides, the number of acceptors of family planning method have started increasing over the years. Now I am talking about role of government in controlling the population. Population explosion is the main obstacle to the smooth development of Indian economy. Since this problem is getting intense day by day, it is obvious to take appropriate measures to keep it under control. Number 1. Rise in per capita income. Demographic history of various advanced countries show that there is an inverse relationship between per capita income and country's birth rate. When per capita income increase, people don't desire more children in order to supplement their income. In other words, with increase in per capita income, people feel more secure and do not want to depend on their children. Number 2. Urbanization and industrialization. In the Indian society, we have joint family system which encourage a high birth rate. Hence, this joint family has to be replaced by nuclear family. A nuclear family is generally found in an urbanized and industrialized economy. Hence, our effort should be to industrialize and urbanize our economy to reduce the high birth rate. Number 3. Late marriage. In India, girls marry at an early age and a longer span of time to reduce children. Hence, we have to raise the minimum age to marriage in our country in order to control the birth rate. A UN report has pointed out there would be a significant decline of birth of 7 per thousand if average age of marriage of female were to rise from 16 to 20 years. Number 4. Lowering infant mortality rate. In India, infant mortality rate is very high and stand at 72 per thousand. Poor people, in order to ensure that some children do survive, reproduce more. Therefore, widespread vaccination and proper child and maternity care should be undertaken to reduce the infant mortality rate. Number 5. Spread of education. In India, 48% of total population are illiterate. This regards children as the gift of God and are not conscious about the evil of population growth. To move illiteracy and blind belief, spread of education is very much essential. An educated man can rightly understand the benefit of a small family norm. Number 6. Women education and employment. In India, only 32.92% of women are literate and much less are employed. The government therefore should take a effective step to spread women education and create employment opportunities for them so that they can understand the evil of population growth and control it by themselves. Number 7. Family planning facilities. In India, family planning facilities are available only in the urban centers and semi-urban areas. So poor people of rural area do not get these facilities easily. Therefore, family planning center with trained personnel should be set up in rural areas to prove this facility at their doorstep. This can very much help in lowering the birth rate. Number 8. Incentives. The government should provide both monetary and real incentive to people for adopting family planning measures. The fund for the purpose should be properly utilized. Number 9. Publicity. The message of family planning should reach the people of rural areas. For this, there should be widespread publicity in the newspaper, radio, and TV. People should be convinced that no birth control device is harmful and small family is a happy family. So I am talking about methods of birth control. The ideal method of contraception does not exist. There is some inconvenience involved for most people. Couples should be considered the full range of available methods, as different methods are suitable for different phases of a man or woman fertile life. Certain methods of contraception are suitable only for women after childbirth. Some may be harmful to particular individuals. An ideal contraceptive should be user-friendly, easily available, effective, and reversible with no or least side effect. It also should in no way interfere with the sexual drive and the sexual act of the user. A wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available. Some important ones are: number 1. Natural family planning. By recognizing the rhythm of their menstruation cycle, women can calculate the time when the egg is produced by the ovary and can be fertilized by the man's sperm. During this unsafe time, about 10 days to each month, the couple need to abstain from sex. There are 3 ways of estimating the safe period. Number 1, calendar. Number 2, temperature. And number 3, mucus method. A combination of all the 3 is the most reliable. Number 1, calendar means rhythm method. This method of family planning requires sexual abstinence on the day when a woman is fertile. Failure of this system is very common because it is difficult to predict when a particular woman's ovulation will occur. Number 2, temperature method. This method involves taking women's temperature daily and keeping accurate records. The body temperature takes a slight dip just before ovulation, then rise a day later 0.5 to 1 degree Fahrenheit. The temperature must be taken by mouth and recorded each morning before getting out of bed and before taking any food or drink. The problem with this method is that there are other things such as stress can also influence temperature. And number 3, mucus method. This method is based on the fact that the mucus secreted by cervix thins and increases in quantity at ovulation. The stickiness of the discharge should be checked daily. Finding a woman's fertile day can be useful for the couple who are trying to have baby as for those who are not. Other natural methods of contraception include coitus interruptus, withdrawal of penis from the vagina before ejaculation, douching, or washing out the vagina immediately after intercourse, which reduces but not eliminate the possibility of pregnancy. The lactational amenorrhea means absence of maturation method. It is based on the fact that ovulation and therefore the cycle does not occur during the period of intense lactation following parturition. Therefore, as long as the mother breastfeeding the child fully, chances of conception are almost nil. However, this method has been found effective only up to maximum period of 6 months following parturition. So I am explaining birth control contraceptive method. Birth control synonyms with contraception refers to one or more action, devices or medication followed in order to deliberately prevent or reduce the childhood of pregnancy or childbirth. Contraception may refer especially to mechanisms that are intended to reduce the likelihood of a sperm fertilizing the egg. Birth control is commonly used as a part of family planning. Contraceptive methods are commonly used to prevent unwanted pregnancy. An ideal contraceptive should be user friendly, easily available, effective, and reversible with no or least side effect. Contraceptive also is no way interfere with the sexual drive, desire, or sexual act of user. A wide range of contraceptive methods are presently available, which could be broadly grouped into 6 categories. Number 1, natural method. Number 2, barrier method. Number 3, intrauterine device, that is IUDs. Number 4, oral contraceptives. Number 5, NOR plants, means subcutaneous implants. Number 6, Depo-Provera, means contraceptive injection. Number 7, emergency contraception. And number 8, surgical methods. Now I am talking about natural methods. These methods are based on the concept of abstaining from sex during a woman's fertile period or the period during which she is not ovulating. Number 1, rhythm method. The most popularly followed method is the rhythm method or the calendar method. This is based on the woman's menstruation cycle and usually involve abstaining from sex during the middle of her menstruation cycle, that is from day 10 to 17. When she is ovulating, there is a formula for calculating these unsafe days, but this period is largely unreliable as even the most regular cycle can change any time. Number 2, withdrawal, means coitus interruptus method. Coitus interruptus methods or withdrawal or pull out method is one of the oldest form of contraceptive method known to men. It relies on the ability of male to withdraw his penis from the vagina of women just before ejaculation so that he discharges semen outside her vagina. Some major drawbacks of this method are: number 1, the pre-seminal fluid may contain some sperm that could lead to conception. Number 2, it requires great discipline on the part of the male partner and chances of an accident are very high. Number 3, it may lead to sexual dissatisfaction for one or both of the partners. Number 4, it provides no protection against sexually transmitted disease. As no medicine or device are used in natural methods, side effects are almost nil. Chances of failure of natural methods are also high. Number 3, lactational amenorrhea method, LAM. Another method some women use is called the lactational amenorrhea, means absence of menstruation. Lactational amenorrhea method. It is a well-known fact that breastfeeding suppresses a woman's fertility in the early month after delivery. This month has been reported to be effective only up to a maximum period of 6 months following delivery.